Hey guys, this is Davor from Tennis Haus. I want to start something new, bring a little bit of variation into Tennis Haus, something that's called This Day and Time. I was thinking about ways to bring tennis history back, especially to the younger generation, to learn who the players in the past were, and in our generation or the older generations, just to bring memories back. And I want to kick that off with a good and a bad memory in our sport. And I want to go back to 1992 in Barcelona Olympics. And as always, if you like, before I get there, if you like what I do, please take a moment to subscribe and turn the notification bell on. You do not want to miss those This Day and Times. You can learn every day something new and remember things. And yeah, let's get to it. So one of my all-time favorite players when I was young and I wanted to be him was Pete Sampras. So Pete, having this amazing accurate serve, this athleticism, the forehand, the volleys, I just love watching him. And yeah, so Pete was struggling in those Olympics. And as I said, I'm gonna bring first the bad memory back, but it's part of history. So he was playing Andrei Cherkasov from Russia. The younger guys, the younger people watching now, just look up who Andrei Cherkasov was. I hope you still remember Pete. So Pete had a really bad day. He was 2-0 up and lost in 5 sets, yes. So that must have been super tough on him. The Olympics happen only every 4 years, and that's not easy. That's not an easy pill to swallow. That must have been tough. But that not being enough, he was playing with Jim Courier against an amazing doubles team with Sergio Casal and my good friend Emilio Sanchez. Those guys are amazing doubles players. And that not being enough, Pete and Jim been up 2-0. And yes, they lost in 5. So, you know, being 2 up and losing in 5, that must be really, that's a very, very hard experience. So, as I said before, not only, you know, good things happen now, as well bad things happen. And I want you to remember Pete, Jim, a player like Andrei Cherkasov, that all the different styles of play, Sergio Casal, Emilio Sanchez, and you know, watching Emilio, and then if you look now at the time, Emilio's so involved still in tennis. I just spent time at the Naples Tennis Academy he has there in Florida. How much passion, how much drive, how much energy he brings every single day, and keeping that professionalism, you know, after his career, like he wasn't playing, being now in a different field as a coach now, is just amazing to see. And seeing Jim on Tennis Channel, so it's nice how everything plays out. And let's get from the not so good memory or this day in the past to a good one. And there was another great player I like to watch because she was hitting the ball hard. She had a great serve and good net game coming in. Her name was Lindsay Davenport. And you know, watching Lindsay now on TV, I just watched a little bit the match. So 1996 in Atlanta, she beat my good friend Arantxa Sanchez 7-6, 6-2. And just going back and watching a little bit just brings memories back. And I think this tennis history is so important because what all those guys achieved, what they stood for, when I go even deeper in the past, all the players that fought for things, that were playing the tournament, that sacrificed family life, that traveled to bring tennis where we are in our day, I think that is very important to remember. And yeah, that day, that tournament, I think Lindsay didn't have a good couple of months before the tournament and didn't play well, and she still managed to win that. And watching, coming back to today, you know, having Zverev who played well, but you know, Alex didn't win a big tournament like one of the 4 majors, right? And he won the Olympics now. So, and Lindsay didn't win like anything big at that moment, and then she won the Olympic Games. So that's a nice parallel we see, and I wanted to bring that up because I think that's super cool. And so those are two, you know, good and a bad moment in time, but as I said, that's part of history and we have to cherish that. And not this day and time, so not August 2nd, that happened a little bit before, but I want to bring it up is because I am from Croatia, and you know where I want to go with this one is Mate Pavic, Mekic, Cilic and Dodik. So Croatia has 4.5 million inhabitants, and it's a very small country, as well as Serbia, a small country is, and Slovenia and Bosnia, and it's so amazing for me to see, you know, Cilic, Dodik won silver and gold for Mekic and Pavic, and having 2 medals there and the pride of the players and seeing how, what I really like is, doesn't matter, and that's for me so important. So if you're Serbian or if you're from Bosnia or Slovenia, all of the guys were congratulating them. Novak sent that stuff up, and this is for me so important. If you look at the Balkan, you know, obviously we have Novak, we have Ćorić, we have Cilic on the whole Balkan now. We have Laslo Djere, Dusan Lajovic, Kecmanovic. I mean, and then so many good with Dodik, the doubles players, and we're such a small country and inhabitants numbers. So this is for me so amazing to see, and totally appreciate what they achieved and what they're still achieving. So if you like this kind of day, this day in the past in tennis, I will do many more. I will see how the feedback on this one is. I think it's important to remember history and know a lot about the history because they are the reason why we're where we are, and cherish, you know, players in the past like Borg, Lever, even going further back. I think that is the beauty of our sport, and we still talk about the past, and we have we have the most amazing generation with Novak, Rafa and Federer, and we're just blessed. Tennis is a beautiful sport. That's why I do the tennis house, and I think it's important, and to have something we have passion and love for. So in this sense, guys, thank you for your time, and share the video with some friends if you like it, and please give me some feedback, because I want to know if that's something interesting, and I hope the younger generation is going to look up some of the players I was mentioning just to learn, and maybe learning something from their style, because, you know, everything comes from something, right? So the way they played, maybe you can find one or two things you can implement in your game. So in this sense, thank you guys. My name is Davor, and I hope you enjoy Tennis House.